guys, it's Scott here, and welcome to something a little bit different today. There is an absolute ton of FIFA content upcoming, including the return of Super Squads, which I know a lot of you have been waiting for. But today, we've got something out there, as today's video is sponsored by Anvil. So, let me tell you a little bit about it. As we have a little bit of a break in between the current time and team of the season, you guys are probably playing a load of other games in the build-up. And so it's the perfect time to explore something new. Today we've got Season 1 of Anvil, a game where you take on the role of a vault breaker in search of artifacts called vaults, and you fight against an absolute ton of monsters and other powerful bosses. As you play and progress, you can strengthen up your breaker and explore faraway galaxies that no one else has ever reached and become an absolute beast. There are many different breaker types in the game that you can choose from, depending on your preferred playstyle and also your preferred characters. Today, I'm going to go with Guillotine. There are a whole heap of skill upgrades that you can get for each breaker that will improve them and make them more versatile, as well as improving their special abilities. There are multiple different weapons that you can get for each breaker as well, and these can all be unlocked by playing the game. There are an absolute ton of relics that are available for each breaker as well, and these have a massive range of effects. For example, more damage against bosses, faster health regeneration, protection against certain types of attacks, and many, many more. You'll discover relics as you play through the different worlds, and then unlock permanent versions for your breakers that you can then upgrade so that every time you start a new world, you will be an absolute monster instantly. There are also different skins available for each breaker as well, for those of you that are interested in changing up your appearance and customization options. So there are multiple galaxies that you can explore and work your way through the worlds. And then there is Season Challenge Mode, but we'll get into that in a little bit. As you progress through the different galaxies, they get harder and harder, and it's much more of a challenge. So if you start off on the Zerny Galaxy, then you have 5 planets that you need to explore and progress through. Each one gets progressively harder. You'll come up against bigger and better enemies and more dangerous bosses. So let me show you my first run through of the Zerny Galaxy. So we start off in the main lobby, where you can access everything that you need to, including the season pass, your customization, your relics, and all of that. Now, the Zerny Galaxy is made up of 5 planets, and it says that gameplay times are relatively short. It will take you less than half an hour to progress through this whole thing and unlock some more perks for your breaker. So, as you can see, this is what I would describe as a standard exploratory level. Enemies are level 1. You can see the UI is very, very easy to understand. You have abilities that are at the bottom of your screen that you can really easily tell how to use them. There is a currency in the bottom left, enemy level top right, and minimap in the bottom right. So, through this first area, we defeat a few enemies, we test out some of our abilities for the first time and our weapon, and then we figure out how things work. So, it is very, very simple and actually really enjoyable because the variety of enemies and areas that I explored was pretty high. I decided here that I had an option to try out a new gun, so I did that. You can see that after we clear a wave of enemies, the levels go up from 1 to 3. We earned 137 currency points, and then we access a suit upgrade system. So after you wipe each area, you will get access to either upgrades or to new relics, and then you can move into the next area to defeat higher level enemies. Now we skip forward to planet number 4, where enemies are at level 50. You can see all of the relics that I have in the bottom left. I have massively, massively upgraded. This has taken just over 15 minutes. Now, what you're seeing on the screen here is also time-based elements. So, randomly, as you are progressing, there will be random countdowns. Suddenly, enemies will become super strong or super easy or something like that, and it's basically cool different elements that add massive variety. I did make it to the final boss in the 5th world, and I was absolutely battering it and showing it who is the real boss. You can see all the relics I have. But then I did so well, so well, and I got so close, but it managed to take me out, unfortunately. So I failed that exploration, so I did not unlock the next galaxy. But you can see all of the relics and everything that we got here. It's crazy, all of the skills that we managed to upgrade, and we very, very nearly got to level 2 in the season pass, which we could have used to unlock a new weapon or something along those lines. But we did get a permanent relic, which we can now use whenever the hell I want to. And then we have Season Challenge Mode. Speaking of, before we jump into that, let's have a little look at Season 1. So Anvil is currently in early access. You can get a free demo over on Steam. You can use my link down in the description if you do want to go and check it out. And you can also have the option to unlock the full game. Now, Season 1 has just begun, and there are a load of things that you can get in the Season Pass. These include skins, relics, upgrades, and currencies. There are 2 versions. You can get the free or premium version of the Season Pass. But Season 1 is now here, so let's go and check out Season Challenge Mode. So the difference here is that you get to choose where you're going to explore and the level of enemies that you're going to come up against. Upgrades work in a similar way that you can find them as you explore through the worlds. However, you have a 3-pronged path to choose from where you can go up against +5, +10, or +15 in the level of enemies that you were previously fighting. Obviously, the higher the level, the better the rewards, the better the loot, and more chance of getting those permanent, incredible relic upgrades. So let me show you a little bit as to how this works. So here we go, we get our 3-pronged system. First, a level 5 exploration level, a level 10 boss level, or a level 15 exploration level. These stack over and over again. So I first chose a level 5 exploration level because I thought that would be the easiest, proceeded to die. So we went back in and I chose level 5 again to make it as easy as possible, but this time I got a boss level, and we did manage to absolutely slap this one. So, the question is, what happens next? Well, unlike the other galaxies, where it is randomized and you do not have any control over things, I now have the choice as to what I want to do. So I used the currency that I earned and the loot that I got from that boss to upgrade my permanent relic. I then chose level 5 again to stack it up to level 10 enemies. This one was an exploration level, significantly easier for me. And then I have the choice once I do this one to again either go level 5, level 10, level 15. And you get more and more loot. The higher the levels go, the more that you stack everything, you just get better stuff. So it's a really, really cool game mode, and I hope you enjoyed this quick snippet. So there is a quick look at the main game modes that are available in the early access version of Anvil. As I say, my link is down in the description if you do want to go and check it out. You can check out the demo for free and then try out the early access if you do enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments if you do give it a play and what you are most excited to do on the game. I do appreciate those of you that have sat down and watched today's sponsored video, something a little bit different whilst we have the build-up towards Team of the Season on FIFA. Obviously, there's a little bit of a lull and then boom, that boom is about to happen. So thank you very, very much again to Anvil and to Catapult for setting up this sponsored video. Really, really do appreciate the both of them, and I genuinely had a good time playing this game and would recommend you guys giving it a go. It was something that is slightly different to what I've played in the past, and so I had a really, really enjoyable time. So thank you to those guys, thank you to you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.